Hello crafty friends, my name's Alicia, but you can call me Crafty Owl. And in today's video, I'm going to be opening up the new Happy Mail subscription box from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, creating a card, and telling you how you can win one of these for yourself. I hope you'll stick around and find out more. Last month, 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop reached out to see if I would like to try out some of their products and share them with you here on my channel. I hadn't heard of them before, so I went to check out their site, and let me tell you guys, they have 12 by 12 cardstock and paper in just about any color, style, pattern you can imagine, including like vellum, acetate, fun handmade papers. And what really caught my eye was their monthly Happy Mail subscription box. I took some time and watched some of the videos from past months to see what came in the kit, and what drew me in was it's almost like they are shipping you papers and cardstocks to match maybe one of your favorite color cube cards. And if you've been around my channel long, you know that I love to use those to get some unique color palettes for my creations. Well, I asked if maybe I could try one of those out on my channel, and they said yes. And excellent news, if you are a subscriber here in the US, you can enter to win this box, which we will open up here in just a minute, for yourself. So make sure to watch the entire video to find out how you can enter to win. The only thing that I knew ahead of time about this box was that the color palette was pale yellow, tea green, and lilac. Doesn't that sound like an awesome color cube card? So as we open today, I think you're going to see papers that match that color palette. And you guys, inside here, which I have opened it up to do just a couple things, but inside here are some mystery items that each month in the subscription kit, it comes with those. And I believe they are products that aren't always sold in the store, so they're kind of exclusive to the box. Now also, besides those mystery items, each month subscribers do get access to a project with SVG files and a video tutorial. And I'll be showing you a look at that project later in the video as well. If you have ever shopped from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop before, let me know down in that comment section. If you haven't, let me know that as well. Like I just mentioned, I did open this briefly, but I really haven't looked through the individual sheets. I just took out any papers with personal information, and I did a little prepping on the mystery items because I don't want to reveal those in case you want to be surprised. So if you're ready to see what's in that box, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, first of all, when I open it, there are some sampler sheets, and these are Nina Star Dream, which if you've never heard of that before, it's like shiny paper, but it's not glittery, so it does not chip or flake off. They sent me kind of a gold yellow, ooh, a nice dark blue, a light blue, a brown, kind of coppery too. And this is just slightly off-white with maybe a hint of pink. I actually think this would make some fun cards too, with maybe a background cover plate. Let me know what you would do with these sheets. All right, and here is what we've been waiting for. So there are two packages inside of here. One are the standard papers that they carry in their store that go with the color palette or the color theme for this month. And then this I did edit just a little bit. There's another package that has some mystery items in it. So I will open those later. And again, if you don't want to be surprised, I'll kind of give you an idea of how much time to skip forward so you can fast forward if you need to. This month's main kit comes with 17 sheets of paper or cardstock. You will get a list of what the individual items are, and I will list them down in the description box below. Now, the pieces that I end up using on today's project will be listed individually, so you can go check those out even more. Okay, first impressions. I love the variety of texture paper and the different glitters, the ones that have a little bit of shine, and everybody knows that I love vellum, so it's fun. I don't have any in my stash that's colored, so that will be fun to give a try. Let me know your favorite piece down in that comment section below, and tell me what you think the name of this month's box might be. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to think about it. Put your guesses down below and then I'll reveal it. All right, did you guess Spring Meadow? I think that perfectly encapsulates the color palette, and I can't wait to make some spring cards using these goodies, because let me tell you, it's only been bitterly cold for maybe a couple weeks and I am already ready for spring here in Nebraska. Now, I did mention before how there are some mystery items in each box. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Now, if you don't want to see these, you'll want to skip ahead probably a couple of minutes. This month's Happy Mail box contains 4 mystery items, and like I mentioned before, I think these are kind of exclusive to the box. They're not necessarily items that get sold in their online store. Are you ready to see what's under this question mark? If you're not, close your eyes or skip ahead. Included this month are some cream vintage envelopes, nice and heavy duty, and they have that string where you wrap it around. You could make some fun stuffed crafty mail for a friend with those, and who knows, maybe I'll do a little extra giveaway and fill this with some samples for you guys. This next piece is called Pale Green Crinkle, and it is exactly like it sounds. It kind of reminds me if you used to do that craft where you would like wrinkle up tissue paper and then use, I think it was freezer paper, and iron it down onto cardstock. That's what this reminds me of. So it has this beautiful texture, and I love that green color. Up next is white with gold Flecks. So it's almost like you have splattered a piece of white paper with some gold metallic ink. And finally, for the mystery items, is green Handmade. So it's a light green, and then you have darker green flecks in there. Again, very nice. This will go great with the color palette. Let me know your favorite mystery item down in that comment section below. Before I tell you how you can win one of the Spring Meadow boxes for yourself, I do want to go ahead and make a project with some of the goodies from the boxes. Now, it was a hard decision to make for this first one. I will definitely be back later in the month with more, but lately I have been wanting to do some stenciling on kind of textured paper to see what results I get, to see how it works out. So in the box, there was the handmade paper from the main box itself. It's kind of a see-through ivory with, you know, fibers in it. And then there was that light green or pale green crinkle. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but I am going to be stenciling, and I'm going to incorporate at least these 2 pieces. Now, with the videos later in the month, I would like to know what you would like to see me do. If you have an idea, leave it down in the comment section below, and then I'll probably pick one of those for at least one of the videos later in the month. And speaking of projects, as I mentioned before, with each month's box, you get free SVG files and a tutorial video for a project. This month's project that you'll get the instructions for is up on screen now. These make my card making heart so happy. Now, if you don't want to wait around to find out if you're the lucky winner, you want to go ahead and get your hands on this box before it's sold out. Down in the description box below, underneath the related products, I do have a link to the box for this month. If you use that, it is an affiliate link, so I get a small portion of the sale at no extra cost to you. Also down in that description box, more toward the top, is a discount code. You can't use it on the subscription box or a few other things, but I know that you're going to want to take a look around the shop, and I'm sure something will end up in your cart. And if you use that, you will save 10%. And who doesn't like to save money? As I get into this quick process, I will tell you about the products and tools I'm using, but as always, if I ever leave you with any questions, feel free to leave those in that comment section below, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Let's get crafty! For the stenciling today, I'm using a set that I got at Stamp Joy last fall. Unfortunately, this one is not available, but down in that description box below, I will link all of Tailored Expressions layering stencils. For my ink colors, I went with the same palette as the subscription box, and I chose Jelly Donut, Pea Pod, and Lemon Meringue. Now there are 4 stencils in this set, so I will be using one of those inks on 2 of the stencils. I'm going to be stenciling on that kind of handmade looking paper. It is actually Thai Unryu Mulberry paper in natural. Hopefully I did not butcher any of those words, but I cut it down to card front, and then I put a little adhesive on the back and removed some of the tack with my fingers to hold it in place. Now I will tell you, this probably wasn't the best decision, and you'll see why later. Maybe use some removable tape when you tack this down. I got my first stencil put in place, and this is going to be the green layer. So I use the Pea Pod ink and a blender brush, and I just use circular motions clockwise and counterclockwise to fill in those open areas. Since I wasn't sure how the mulberry paper would take the ink blending, I did try to use a lighter hand and just build up that color. I got through those first 3 stencils, and then for the 4th one, like I mentioned before, I am going to use one of the colors again, but I thought I would do something a little bit different for the flower centers on this. So I brought in some removable labeling tape and tore off pieces to cover those up for now, and I am going to use the purple on those small petals. Now for the flower centers, I brought in some Lisa Horton Crafts metallic gold ink and a little dauber brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of shine to those flower centers, and later I will be adding a little more gold to kind of help pull this in. Now it's time for the big reveal of the beautiful stenciled piece and my oops. As you can see, when I went to pull the piece off the back, it stuck where I had that adhesive. I am going to be adding a sentiment, so later we will cover that up, but just a heads up if you're going to stencil onto mulberry paper. And speaking of sentiment, that is what I worked on next. I got a couple dies out of my stash. One is the word thanks, and then it has a shadow die. The word itself, I'm going to cut with the piece of gold cardstock from the kit. And for the shadow, you know I like to use vellum a lot. Well, this time I'm going to use that green vellum. Before I ran the gold piece through my die cutter, I did add a sheet of adhesive to the back, so that way when I go to put it on the vellum, it's already sticky. I was just kind of careful to put it down slowly and try to get a nice even border. Now it's time to assemble the card. Off camera, I took that same gold cardstock as I cut my thanks from, and I cut it to the size of a card front, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I went ahead and cut a rectangle out of the center. Since we're only going to see the edges, this allows me to conserve some of that beautiful gold paper for a project later. For my card base, I pulled a top folding one from my stash, and the first thing I did was add the gold frame. Now unfortunately, my camera decided to malfunction while I was putting the card together, but I did go ahead and layer everything, and I added some die cut sequins, again from that same gold cardstock, and scattered them around the front, and to cover up the hole in the center, I used some green gems. And here are some close-up looks at the finished card. I hope you enjoyed my unboxing of the new Spring Meadow Happy Mail subscription box from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, and seeing how I created a quick and easy card with some of the contents. If you did, as always, a thumbs up is appreciated. Now let me tell you how you can enter to win a box of your own. To be eligible for this giveaway, you do need to be a subscriber to my channel who is at least 18 years old and lives in the United States. I also ask that if you're not already, that you go over to the 12x12 Cardstock Shop channel and subscribe to them as well. That way you're going to get the latest inspiration using not only the subscription boxes, but their other products as well. I have their channel linked in the description box below, right near the top. After you went over and subscribed to their channel, come back to this video and leave a comment below letting me know that you've subscribed to the Cardstock Shop YouTube channel. That is going to get you one entry into the giveaway. To get other entries, I want you to answer the questions that I posed throughout this video. So you can go back and rewatch if you need to. Make sure though that for each question you leave a separate comment with your answer. Otherwise, if you leave all your answers in one comment, that's just going to be a single entry. For an additional entry, I want you to go over to the 12x12 Cardstock Shop's online store and tell me at least 2 items that you would like to put in your first order with them, or maybe your next one if you're already a fan of theirs. The products do need to be specific, so you'll need to tell me like the manufacturer and the color name. You just can't put green cardstock. And I would like you to choose something besides the items that were in this month's kit. I know that you're going to go over there and finding at least 2 is going to take no time at all. Once you found those, leave another comment below with those item names. Hey guys, it is Editing Alicia here, and I realize I forgot to tell you a couple things. When you leave each of those comments below, so I know it's a comment that you want to be entered into the giveaway, make sure that they all include the hashtag Spring Meadow. It should look just like it does up on screen. You need to have the hashtag and no spaces. That way I know that you're answering to be entered to win and not just answering to let me know your answers, because I want to know those as well. If you've already left your answers below and you didn't include that hashtag, it is super simple to go back and edit each one of those and add it. And also another thing, to make it easy to find the places where I did ask those questions, each time I pose one, up in the upper left hand corner, it will say, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, just like you see now up on screen. This giveaway is going to have a bit of a quick turnaround time to ensure that you get this month's box, so you have until midnight on February 8th to leave your comments for those entries. I will be back on the 9th to announce the winner. It will be a community tab post, so make sure that you've turned on subscriptions and clicked on the bell for all notifications so you know who the winner is, and then they will have until midnight on the 10th to claim their prize. So again, it's a quick one. Make sure that you're subscribed and you're paying attention here on my channel. Now, if you're an international viewer, when I come back later in the month to do another video, I am going to give away 2 sampler packs of some of the items, or actually all of the items that came in the kit, and I will have a US and an international winner. So just spreading the love a little bit. If you're excited to see me create more with the 12x12 Cardstock Shop products, let me know that down in that comment section below. And again, that's another one of those questions that I ask, so make sure you leave it in a separate comment. Until my next video, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch all the way to the end of the video. I hope now you'll consider clicking on one of the videos or playlists I have linked above. And if you are interested in any of the products or tools I used in today's video, I do have some links in the description box below.